Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.
The Whine and Cheese show is a metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved, contains content not suitable for anyone.
One is a wanker, one's slinging stunts, one's from Australia, one's from the Bronx.
Snack size.
You did talk about, and we did talk about too, that we've been kind of complaining that Upland hasn't been getting much shine, and we hope that this Vox project is something that starts to turn that around.
Yeah.
One of the funny articles that did come out, and it did get a bit of press around the place actually, was some of these projects that are worth, like Decentraland, for example, is worth nearly $2 billion, but it has 38 active daily.
Yeah. And that goes by what I said before. Like, you could hype anything. You could hype a piece of dog shit on the floor. That doesn't mean it has value.
Yeah.
Like, how many people play Upland?
Yeah,
versus
we're talking 30,000. Is it monthly or daily active users? What? It's a lot. Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah,
like 38 active users. That's a joke.
Yeah. So it says here, a dire new report shows that Metaverse project Decentraland, a project that is worth nearly 2 billion Australian dollars, so only has 38 active users. Decentraland states that the number reflected as active user isn't entirely true, however, as it only counts people who interact with the Metaverse's contracts. Okay, so, but from my own perspective, I have been in Decentraland several times to grab thumbnails and have a look around for articles we've touched on for this show. And yeah, there's nobody there. It's been quite hilarious. So it's kind of a bit freaky. So yeah, it says 38 active users over the span of 24 hours.
Now, what I see is a whole bunch of whales that bought into the whole, look at all these stars that are here. I should be here. This is a great investment. But it's like, who cares?
Yeah,
like, if there's no layer 2, there's no gameplay. Like I'd rather, like, I love Snoop Dogg, like, in the 90s, whatever. Like, that was the music, and I'm a 90s girl, and I'd rather have Gala games in Upland than Snoop. I would love to have Snoop as well, but Snoop isn't going to give me utility. Gala games is gonna.
Yeah, absolutely. It goes back to Mark Cuban's point, which we touched on. It's virtual real estate without any community is just fucking, what did he say? Fucking stupid or something. Yeah.
Wow, look at that tweet. Yeah. That's amazing. Who's Alex?
Alex Donaldson. I don't know.
Is he like a streamer? I want to check him out. He goes, LMAO, this metaverse project has a market cap of 1.2 billion and only 38 active users over a 24-hour measurement period. When are the people pumping the sector up going to realize it's a busted flush?
Yes.
Now, should we try to contact this Alex? He has a check next to his name, so he must be
Zone runner.
into like maybe he's a streamer, he's a publisher, he's something. I would
Well,
love to hear his input about Upland.
now, if we weren't the worst show ever, we would have pre-organized this and got a comment from him about it. Yeah, absolutely. But,
No, but to be fair, we get these articles before the show
yeah,
to
that's
make
what I'm
sure
saying.
that they're like extremely up to date. Except that,
Today, yeah.
yeah,
There's another point here. Like they're pooing the idea. They said yes, but it's only the ones that interact with the contract. So it says here, Decentraland stated that its active users metric only counts users that interact with its contracts, while the platform sees around 8,000 users on average daily. Again, in comparison to Upland, that is tiny.
yeah.
So, however, 8,000 daily users on a platform that is worth approximately 2 billion, with only 38 of them interacting with the financial bedrock of said platform over the span of a 24-hour period, is not great for something that is supposed to be the foundation of the future. And digital industry veterans were not particularly impressed. Yeah.
And you know what? I kind of feel like those 8,000 daily users is how it was with me. I went in there, saw it was shit, and then left.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to anybody who's a decentralized fan. I'm not completely knocking them, but that is kind of
Yeah, it's
embarrassing.
pathetic. And this
Yeah.
is what it keeps getting back to the point where why are we not getting any shine for Upland, you know?
Well, all right, so I feel like Upland wants to put the product before the hype.
Yeah.
You know, and I can see that. Like, why put out something like the people in Discord, the people in Twitter, the people in Reddit, we're all giving our feedback, right? You like they're still kind of like creating this whole platform, and the people fudding it doesn't really help anything, but at the same time they're getting ideas from it, you know,
Yeah.
as long as it's not personal. Like if you're gonna FUD, that's fine. People need to hear criticism, but just don't make it personal.
Yes. Now, just for some comparison, I'm going to share screen with DAP Radar. Like that article mentions DAP Radar several times as the source of the information. Now, keep in mind this is filtered to games, so you can check this out on dapradar.com. And if you go to rankings, this is all of the various blockchain games that are available. So currently we've got Alien Worlds as number one. Now we know Alien Worlds runs a whole bunch of multi-accounts and all sorts of things. Splinterlands is a very old game. Farmers World on Wax, that's cool. They got 85,000 active users over a 24-hour period. So this is 24 hours. And Upland is sitting in at number 6 on 32.21 thousand daily active users. So yeah, look at the comparison. So
Farmers World is still going. That's good.
and going
I
very
haven't
strong.
heard about them.
Look at the
Yeah,
transaction volume.
yeah.
$0 transaction volume.
Because I
$0
thought that
transaction
they
volume.
did some greasy shit lately.
Interesting.
Same with Alien Worlds. I'm hearing that Alien Worlds, like most of their daily users are bots.
Oh, hang
and
on.
that people are quitting because they have this new game in there where you could lose everything.
Yes. Well,
if you don't play more than 8 times a day.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah, so I see Upland kind of moving up a bit.
Yes. Ignore what I just said about the $0 because it's showing 0 for Upland as well. So there must be something where it doesn't track. It mustn't track. Must only track some certain metric associated with it.
Now, what does the balance mean?
Balance, I don't know. 30 million, 1.1,000 for Alien Worlds, 45,000 for Splinterlands, 69,000. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's got it here. Information. Total value of assets in DApp's smart contracts.
All right. Yeah, well, Splinterlands, they're amazing. Like they've been around for a while and they're still active, and that's where Kitty Waffles is from. Waffles Kitty.
Yeah. Kitty Waffles.
I want some waffles.
Yes. So Yeah, that's all very interesting. I don't know if there's anything else there for us to touch on. Let me go back and see if there's any else. Another metaverse project, the Sandbox, also disagreed with DAP Radar's findings. CEO Arthur Madrid explained the distinction between active users and spectators. An active user is a user that connects over a period of time. But this is the same for all of these ones that are being tracked. It's the same for Upland. Like 32,000 active users. That's not counting the spectators that go in there and just look around. Imagine you can only track the number of people paying for something at a cashier at a shopping mall, he continued. That doesn't mean there aren't a lot of passers-by. Yeah, but so what?
Who cares about the passers-by?
Yeah.
They don't count.
They don't count in any of the economic metrics. That's a pathetic argument.
That is. And what can
Wow.
you actually buy in Decentraland besides land?
I don't know. I've
Like
only just looked around.
In Upland, you could do land, you could get Spark, you could do treasure hunts for Spark, you could buy houses.
Yeah, I think the big difference is the community aspect. You know, there is community in Upland. There's like Decentraland and Sandbox, as you said, that it's entirely fueled by speculators. You know, looking to make a buck. So yeah. Goes on to say mass adoption of the metaverse, cryptocurrency, and Web3 is slow and may never take off. Nah, that's not true. I don't believe that. Existing Web3 projects have often failed from the jump, and the idea for them to succeed in the future apparently involves labor abuse. Ooh, wow, I'm not going to click on that. That sounds crazy. But yeah, yeah, that's if they're saying, if they're making that argument here about the shopping mall, that is such a weak argument.
Yeah, that is a weak
they're
argument.
clutching at straws. They
That
know
was-
they're
that
on a
was
house of
bad.
cards there, I think.
Oh yeah.
And especially being too that they're tied with cryptocurrencies. Like, what is it for Decentraland? Is it Mana or something? And Sand for Sandbox?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which both took a hit a while back. I'm not sure how it's looking right now.
Well, after FUD pieces like that, I can.
I know.
Maybe we can have a look. Let me bring it up. I'll skip ahead.
And Sandbox is where we're like, who is in Decentraland? Because I know isn't Snoop
There's
in
a lot
Sandbox?
a lot of the articles we've touched on for Decentraland have been like, you know, they've been the funny ones, like the sex shop does a thing in there and this, that, and the other thing. It's more about like experiences. What are we looking for? Is it? I don't know if it's Mana. We'll just do Sand. Maybe it is Mana. Now I've lost my navigation. I can't even find it because I can't search. Stupid Zoom. I'll just scroll through.
I think that the artists do concerts there, but I don't think they actually.
That might be it too. Yeah. Here we go. Decentraland Mana. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we're looking at here. Now down to 60 cents. What are you
All right, they got Paris Hilton and JP Morgan Bank.
Yeah. So again, it's hype.
Yeah, it's hype indeed.
Let's go to the weekly.
All right, let's
weekly
see.
chart. If you listen on the Spotify, apologies for that. We're looking at the candle chart for Decentraland Mana on coinmarketcap.com. So we start off in 10th August 2020. You know, we're at 7 cents, and then we had the big boom up to a high of about $5.
Wow.
At pretty much this time last year, November, end of November. So around this time last year, it was really pumping. And since then, she's been,
yeah,
hold on to your butts. Yeah, I can't imagine FUD pieces like this, and once that kind of news like that gets spread out, I can't imagine that's going to do much for the price.
Can we check Sand real quick to see?
I'm gonna have to try and find that manually because for some reason when I click search, I'm losing the. Oh no, there it is. Sand. I was just being a bonehead before. The Sandbox.
Let's see if they have a similar chart.
I'll do
I'm
the
sure they
same
have a
thing.
similar chart.
I'll do the. I hate those charts. Let's do the candle chart.
And then
yeah,
1
as I
week.
always say, scroll out, people. Don't look at the daily unless you're doing active trading or something, not financial advice. Yeah, it's pretty much the same, isn't it?
Same
Almost.
thing.
If you
Yeah.
overlaid that, it would be exactly the same. Goes up to a high of $7.50 almost, same date, 22nd of November. And then now we're down to
Boom.
almost the same price, 70 cents, 75,
Isn't it-
60 cents.
You look
Oof.
at the candles, it's a nice little step ladder down. Boop, boop, boop.
Oof. Yeah, I mean, wow.
Well, it makes you
Ouch.
happy that Upland isn't on, doesn't
On
have like a
exchange.
token on you.
And hopefully it never does. I was originally back in the day. I was one of the crowd saying this should be on an exchange. Yep.
Well, because you know why you didn't probably see the complete, what's the word?
Yeah, that kind
You
of
didn't see the big
plan.
picture yet, and
Yeah.
like you just wanted to kind of get in and flip it back then.
Absolutely. Well, I came
Yeah.
in from a crypto background. I came in from a pump and freaking dump background, riding
Yeah.
the ICO crazes and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
But now that you see that, there's a lot more to come, and this is actually something you can build and grow with. There's no flipping anymore, except for the
Now I'm
cheap mint
old and
properties.
mature.
You've always been old, but now you're more mature.
How dare you?
Boom.
Rudeness. Yeah, no. So I think that's kind of scary at the same time, because what that's going to do is once that gets out in the mainstream, and we can laugh at it, we can joke at it, we can poo-poo it, because at least I'm not financially invested in Manor and Sand and that. Not if that all crashes and burns, you'll have a little bit of a stinger, but there will be ramifications of that will have a negative impact across the whole ecosystem. So it's kind of, don't go wishing for the demise of things too much, because
no, I want them to stay, because
shooting yourself in the foot.
I want them to stay for what they are.
Yeah.
I want them to always be there, but I want Upland to surpass them.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to our whole node thing too. We hate hype projects. There has to be some kind of substance there as the foundation. So
Yeah.
Fire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. You can let fire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. You can let fire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. You can let fire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky.